Hello everyone, welcome to episode 19 of Mentos Plays with the Binding of Isaac. We're going to be doing another in-game challenge run this time. We're going to do a nice easy one, the Doctor's Revenge. This is a challenge that pretty much, unless you kill yourself, you're going to succeed at. Obviously you got to run the risk of if you blow yourself up too much, you might die from that, but if you're reasonably good at controlling Dr. Fetus here, you're in good shape for this run. Obviously no item rooms, all you gotta do is beat the bosses, essentially. Shops are still open, but really they aren't that important when you're running with a fetus in a jar. And of course this unlocks pretty much unarguably the most overpowered weapon in the game, the Epic Fetus, when you beat it. So we might as well get this out of the way. Put that available, even though I'm not a big fan of using it because I prefer runs that have some challenge level in them, at least for a while. It's kind of funny that the strongest weapon in the game is also, in my opinion, the most boring one to play with just because it's so overpowered. Like, at least Mom's Knife and Brimstone, you still have to, no matter how powerful they are get in an area where you can aim and attack. With Epic Fetus, you just kind of, especially if you get flying, you can literally just float on top of a rock and kind of point your mouse or move your arrow keys so that you shoot anywhere on the map. Which I guess is a nice thing to have at times, but for most of my runs I'd prefer actually having some bit of skill involved. Let's see what our shop has here, since we did get 15 cents right away. The map is nice. It's not necessary by any means, but it is going to tell us where the boss is on this floor, actually. Because there's only one spot where two rooms are connected. You know what? I'm going to go through this way just to see what that other terminal room is. But yeah, I think if I remember right, this challenge only goes up to the mom fight. It might be to Mom's Heart, which is almost easier than the mom fight when you're using fetus in a jar, but either way, it's not going to take us very long, and it's going to be very, very simple. This is one of very few items in the game where really you can completely, where you can completely win a run with this item alone, you know what I mean? Oh, although I did just blow myself up once. As I mentioned, that's the only real threat on this run, is that we might blow ourselves up a bunch. Especially trying to hit the smaller enemies like these flies here that are kind of a pain with fetus in a jar. Oh man, there's fire hoppers. What a challenge. Although admittedly he does have some good dodging going on right now. Oh come on. Stay by the bomb. Get away from me. There we go. Took longer than it should have, but the Emperor card, that could be useful at some point. Blow these guys off, get back to full health. I could go see if there's a mini-boss in that side room there, but not too concerned. I will go back for that penny just because we can get we might be able to get the compass, which would of course make it really easy to find our way going forward. We get the coin purse. Health up times 2. Health down times 1. Telepills. Oh, it took me all the way across the map. That's unfortunate. And just real quick, gonna see what my no. I'm messing up my phone settings. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take out this room just because it's nice and easy. Gets an extra key out of it. The email that I was looking for was very much pointless. And what the heck, I guess we'll go check in here. No mini-boss. Of course we do have Doctor's Remote, which is kind of Epic Fetus scaled down significantly. I should probably, you know, try to use it at some point, even though it's quite unnecessary. Take our other health up pill. Unfortunately, we only got one since we got the health down. I pressed the wrong button. I meant to do this. One hit kill on Larry Jr. Speed upgrade. And in here we get Spirit of the Night. Of course I'm going to take it. Guppy's Tail, not quite so interested in. And down to the next floor. So now we're in very good shape here. Flying definitely helps to limit the damage you do to yourself. Wrath, unfortunately, can't give us Mr. Mega. If it was Super Wrath, we'd have a chance at that. Also, I almost forgot to mention, because we got Spirit of the Night, which has Spectral Tears included, we are actually able to shoot through rocks, which is, of course, very useful when you're dealing with Fetus in a Jar run. Now, if we can get one more penny, the shop is viable on this floor. Most likely going to give us an item, and hopefully that item would be the compass. I really have no desire for anything that augments the doctor's remote, because that doesn't really help me. Another key, we might as well go in here. Let's make this run take a little bit of time, how about? It's not going to be really a very long run, but we can at least not completely rush through things. Demon Beggar, I actually wish I had played. We are going to go into this curse room here, because who knows what we could find. We find bombs are key. That's kind of nice actually, because I don't need 10 bombs by any means. And a health down, which I'm really not all that interested in taking. I mean, I could take the health down pill. It wouldn't be the most intelligent thing I've ever done in Binding of Isaac, but I could do it. I mean, I could probably survive. We get the ladder. I don't know why I bought that, other than the fact that I have an abundance of money and I didn't think it through. Get a couple more cents and a key. Mess up that bomb. It's a very, very simple room. Although these guys are kind of a pain with Fetus in a Jar. Just because once they get knocked down to their damage state once, the bombs actually pass right through them. So you kind of gotta take them out quickly when you do that. Otherwise they become a royal pain to actually hit, but we're building up a lot of keys. I kind of wish I had taken Guppy's Tail, because this health down pill would be acting as a health up, and I would be able to use that to get back to the 2 hearts I have now, and have golden chests for these 13 keys. Bad trip, not all that helpful. I'm going to kill Peep nice and easily. You know what, let's use Doctor's Remote. I think it does quite a bit of damage. And not really significantly more than my normal bombs. If anything, it might actually be a little bit less. Stop jumping, you jerk! We get an HP up, and we're down to the 4th floor. Catacombs Part 2. We could play the blood bank in there. I don't think it's really the best decision at the moment. We're doing perfectly okay because we can kill everything so quick, and going down in health would make it more of a chance of us blowing ourselves up. Greed could be in this shop. I wouldn't be surprised by it. Now, obviously this is the first floor where Greed could actually appear, and he does. Right on cue, we get Mr. Greed, who drops some more money for us. I'm guessing our boss is down there in the bottom left. I'm kind of hoping that it's, you know, just over here to the right by an off chance. No, but we do get a boss challenge room, which is actually more tempting than I would think. You know what, we're going to go for it. We're going to go to the arcade, we're going to play the Blood Bank 4 times. And then we are going to go to the boss challenge room. You know, just to make sure if we can get the blood bag. Nope. Actually, I should blow up this dude. And this dude. Goat Hoof I would actually rather have over Isaac's Fork. More bombs doesn't really help me, but it might come in handy if we get another bombs or key pill lately after using a lot of keys. Jesus Juice, not useful with I'm with Dr. Fetus, so that is actually not in our best interest to bother fighting for. wouldn't be a hard battle, but why go through the effort when we are not going to benefit from it? You know what, I will risk the curse room here. Guppy! I mean, Guppy could be really, really helpful. We would easily be able to... kill ourselves as much as we needed to in order to get a bunch of boss fights. But the thing with that is, I don't think that we need the overpoweredness that would come from that. So I think I'm gonna just let that be for now. IV bag, thanks a lot. I guess I should pick that up so it doesn't spawn again. Not sure if that works quite as well with blood banks, but I with the IV bag as it does normally, but we might as well give it a shot. Cursed Skull, no thank you. Huh. I'm not gonna walk all the way back to that blood bank. If we get hearts from this boss, I might spend them on this little demon beggar here, but as it stands, I don't think it's really in our best interests. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that our normal bombs from Dr. Fetus here do as much, if not more damage than the ones from the Doctor's remote. We do get a spirit heart, and we get to deal with the devil, which is Krampus. It'll make the explosions of these bombs look better. It's not really useful in the least, but it'll make the explosions look better. What we really want is something that's going to give us homing tears or homing bombs. Either way, it'll help us to... Oh, no, that didn't change the explosion. Either way, homing tears or homing bombs would help us to deal with enemies that we can't hit as easily with the bombs. And we got... and of course, should we get one of those, it'll... And either way, it'll work with the bombs that we have. We got this little glitch here where it's going to take a while to load. Maybe an XL floor. Come on. In the meantime, yes, we want that. We could use Mr. Mega, of course, because that would make our bombs do a lot more damage. But we aren't really in too much danger of having any difficulties here. Finally loaded up, and we're on Necropolis. That mask isn't really going to give much care over the bomb that I just threw at it. Get another golden chest from a Tinted Rock, which is the High Priestess, or the Emperor. Both of these are good cards. I don't really have too much of a use for either of them. Bombs pass right through these double spiders. There we go. Go away, Turd Flame. We get Transcendence, which I guess we might as well stack on top of Spirit of the Night, because why not? Came in here just to see if there was a mini-boss or something. If we fought Super Wrath, we could use that to our advantage to get Mr. Mega, possibly. I mean, we don't really need more, but that doesn't mean that I want this run to be over super quick. I want this to be at least a reasonably length episode. High Priestess doesn't interest me too much. A couple of blast assists will fall like nothing. Boom, boom, boom. Another bomb. We're almost at the parity of bombs and keys. It starts making bombs our key worth something again. We got another blood bank we could play. Why not? We just got some health, so why not throw it away right away? And we don't get the blood bag payout. Oh well. You gotta play risky. This challenge isn't fun if you don't. It's too easy. Granted, I do love playing around with Dr. Fetus, don't get me wrong. This is one of my favorite items I actually take and mess around with on a run. It's because it does still take... So it does still take some effort to make sure that your shots go right. In fact, in some cases it makes enemies much, much more difficult than other items would have them. So unlike Epic Fetus, which I've mentioned I'm not a big fan of, This is much more useful. We do have the blue candle, we might as well pick it up. It's the first time we've seen it. Pick up this heart so we can throw it away on the blood bank. Another 2 blast assist room that went perfectly. Blue candle, I don't know. In most situations, I don't think it's as great as a lot of people play it up to be. It's useful, don't get me wrong, it does decent damage, but there are a lot of spacebar items I would rather have than the blue candle. I mean, one of the situations where it's best is if you have Bloody Lust, since blocking projectiles with the candle counts toward your building of rage. So if you can get to like a Blue Baby or Isaac fight with blue candle and Bloody Lust, you can just start doing crazy damage by way of... Sorry, I had to concentrate there. Kind of got myself low on health. And it got a little bit more risky than I thought it was going to. But yeah, you can kind of, where was I? Oh yeah, you can use the blue candle on bosses that fire a lot, like Isaac and Blue Baby, to up your damage crazily with rage. But when it comes to normal play, most of the time I find that unless I have really low damage, I don't have a reason to use it. I mean, like right now with these bombs being fired all the time, I don't really have much of a use for using the candle. It actually does probably less damage in a burst than my bombs do. Of course, it is great against Mom's Heart and the Mom fight, because you can attack the doors while they're closed and you can attack the heart while it's in the ceiling, but it's definitely an item that I feel is a lot more situational than most people give it credit for. Most people treat it like an item that's good all around. I think it's only good when you have certain situations arising. Like the spider that I can't hit with bombs. Squeezy doesn't help all that much, but it does give us 2 spirit hearts. We're on to the next floor, and I'm pretty sure that this ends at Mom, so we're going to pop the Emperor here. Because that's going to let us fight up against Mom right away, which could be the end of the challenge. Which is another part of the reason I didn't want to really rush through the earlier part of the game, because I knew that we were going to be using this Emperor card to get to Mom. Oop, I completely whiffed that shot, and that one. Mom fight is actually surprisingly more difficult with Dr. Fetus than it is normally. You unlock something sticky in the depths. Sweet. Unfortunately, I was wrong. This challenge does actually go through to Mom's Heart. So we're going to have a very easy run going forward. Either way, but I do kind of wish I'd explored that floor a bit more. Now we gotta wait for the pink glitch to happen, because that's almost a guarantee on the womb. There we go. Let's head left first. We'll be fighting Monstro. That's kind of actually unusual for the womb. Well, not that unusual, but it's not the most common type of room you're gonna run into down here. Room you'll run into on the womb. That rhyme. Just hit myself, which is always wonderful. Take these guys out easily. More bombs. I forget if you're able to continue after beating Mom's Heart on this. And we don't have much to gain since we've already beaten Satan. I think you can only go down if you can move on. But we'll see what happens. I was obviously mistaken about how far this challenge went. Do we go down or to the right? Let's go down first. Just blew myself up again. Health is getting precarious a bit, because I keep walking into my explosions. These guys aren't really a threat at all. No boss room yet. These guys up, we'll get another heart. That's actually very helpful. You know, all things considered, with the fact that we have a health up pill in our rotation, we've only taken 1 health down. And we've gotten only 1 cube of meat. Yeah, we still have only gotten, what? We paid 2 hearts for Spirit of the Night. So 2 HP upgrades all game. That's actually kind of ridiculously low for any run. If we didn't have Dr. Fetus, and this wasn't ending after this floor, right after next floor, I would almost be a little bit worried. I hate you, Larry! Ha! Chubb we can just feed bombs to. Of course he's gonna be a little coward and run away. Come on, there you go. Have a nice snack. We're fighting double monstros. We did take some stupid damage there. Almost took more trying to dodge my own bomb. These guys can be kind of jerks. They do like to hop around and become out of hitting range quite often. Went down without too much problem. We'll head to the right first and then up if that doesn't work out for us. Obviously we want to take out all the ones still in their little fluid balls there before we worry about taking out the hoppers, because obviously they're going to do more damage to us with their projectiles than they're going to do by walking into us. And we're going to go fight our boss, who is Conquest. That's horrible. At least when he's doing his regular shots, we can kind of just hang out over the rocks. He doesn't really have too much of a chance of hitting us. When he does these, we can hang out here, not get hurt. He should be dead very soon. Maybe one more shot. Yep. We get an Eternal Heart, which is nice. We get to deal with the Devil, which offers us Brimstone and Guppy. I am going to take neither of those, and we're going down to the next floor, ready to take on Mom's Heart. Where it lives, I should say. We're fighting double Wrath here, not the ideal situation. Obviously, I would rather fight double Super Wrath. There we go. The reason for that, of course, being that Mr. Mega is a lot more valuable to us than Mr. Boom. Blow this up because we might as well. Some money that I couldn't care less about. If I get to a point where that money would have saved my life, I might cry. Here we go. This is not the way to the boss, unfortunately. We did find the curse room and the arcade. We aren't going to make use of either of those right now, because quite frankly, we don't need anything else to complete this run. And it could be up, but I'm going to guess it's not, so we're going to the right first. We're getting into a crappy room here, where I was pretty much guaranteed to take a little bit of damage. Same thing here, we're in some trouble, but we actually made it through this one this time. Could get back to full health, it's not worth anything functionally. Laser just killed one of the Globins there. And we are just about to finish this run. If it doesn't, I know it ends at Mom's Heart, because almost all the challenges do. But if there's a path down to Satan, we might as well take it. There we go. Now let's plop some bombs down here. Pretty much just have to stand here and hold left for this fight until the bosses spawn. We're actually in a precarious position right now. When did we lose more health? Not exactly sure. But either way, we should be able to get through this. I did just call for dinner, so I take that back there. If we get a chance to go down to Satan, we're probably just going to end the run for the sake of me going to get food before it gets cold. But we're just going to keep spamming bombs in here. And dodge these shots, which was actually rather close. And Mom's Heart is dead. Mega Fetus slash Epic Fetus has been unlocked. And that will be the end of the run. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this another next game challenge run. I'm going to go have my dinner. Hope you guys have a good day. Any support in the ways of likes, comments, subscriptions, anything to support me would be much appreciated. And we'll be back next time, probably going back to vanilla runs for a while, for the sake of mixing things up. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.